Big crowd, as you'd expect. St Kilda with the breeze, go to the right. Vidovic to go against Wine. Wine won it clearly. Atkins taps it forward. Morris goes to ground, taps it away. Atkins off the ground. Harvey, who won the Whitten medal on Tuesday night and was quite brilliant. A short kick. Bingham's handball was cut off. Attacking the footy hard, Hunter. The handball's good to Baxter at centre wing. A high one towards half forward. Del Rey and Frawley could be one of the interesting duels of the day. There'll be a few. Coleman crashes his way through. Went to handball, goes for goal, misses. Morris gets underneath. And does it go out on the full? It does. Morris to take a free kick from the back pocket.
Well, you can see there an indication from that kick that the wind very strong here at St Kilda. It's blowing across the ground into the face of Glenn Coleman, who is going goalward on that occasion.
Russell Morris uses the wind by kicking the ball high. Big pack, and there he is, Scott Wine. I'll get some comments on from Don about this player later. Perhaps he is a dinosaur, perhaps not. He gets the ball further ahead with a good handball and a long kick into the Footscray forward line. Footscray looking good early with Royal, a quick kick, but the free kick has been brought back.
He's a bit wild with that kick anyway, Brian Royal. He had plenty of time there, and
well, Tony Liberatore will shoot for goal from 40 metres out. And I think this distance would be beyond him, considering the strength of the wind. No score on the board as yet. The Brownlow medalist kicks the ball long. He set it up. It looks pretty good off the boot. Was it touched? I think it's a goal. So first score to Footscray. A goal into the wind, a valuable one to Tony Liberatore. They lead by that score.
Well, the wind must have dropped at that critical moment when Liberatore let that ball go, because it really did cover some distance. You can see there the free kick. It was either in the back or around the neck. You see it just holding up as it just goes over the line. Vidovic getting a hand to it, but too late.
Liberatore getting the first goal of the match. Wine to go again, wins it clearly. Tapped away from Liberatore that time by Vidovic. Here's Hunter, quick kick away, second possession for him. Smith, who's back in the senior side today, a first-year player. Harvey runs with him. Smith went to ground. Harvey over the top. Free kick to Smith. Advantage is paid. And Footscray go to half forward. WINMAR dropped into the hole. Couldn't take it. Royal missed it. Taken by Morris. A high ball round the body. Into the centre square. Vidovic and Wine. It was very difficult to judge. McPherson missed an opportunity. McAdam. Liberatore did very well. Hunter's little handball to Liberatore. It's exciting football. Away to Mansfield. A quick kick. A Baxter, I should say. A quick kick to half forward. Del Rey did very well. Got caught. Goes for holding it. His first movement was as Tony Campbell to bring it back in.
They're an innovation, the gloves. I guess on a day like today, they're terrific because it's so cold. At the back is Vidovic. Takes it 2 grabs, but not paid. Stanfield once again onto Atkins. A sloppy kick from Atkins, but gains distance. Collingwood onto the ground. Taken by Burke. Coleman had a number of possessions, Coleman. And Frost. Atkins again, chalking up possessions. Oh, terrific mark from Baxter, running with the flight of the play. Flight of the ball, I should say. And from 45 metres out, he'd be right on his kicking limit. I think he'd be waiting for a lead from Del Rey. And here it comes, a short choke. And a terrific mark from Ballantyne, who cuts across Del Rey's lead and snips in. So possibly a shot at goal here, Don, from only 25 metres out. Get back in from here.
Good to see Darren Baxter got the other side of his game together, which is the offensive side. Started as a very negative player. Maybe he was acting under coach's instructions, but you know, I like the players who show the other side, the offensive side to the game.
Ballantyne from 25 metres. It's bending left, but it's through the middle for a goal.
Well, it's taken a while for Ballantyne to get a go in the senior side. He's kicked a number of goals in the reserves. Maybe injuries have played their part. He's a youngster with a lot of potential, but then again, they've got a lot of those fellows down at Footscray at the moment who show good form. And when he gets his opportunity as he is today, he's got to make the most of it. And that goal then will help him, or will at least help his confidence anyway.
Kicked 10 last week, Don, in the reserves, and it's his first match in the seniors in 7 weeks, so he's got our way to a good start, hasn't he? 2-forward fly. Morris's kick didn't go anywhere. Harvey was able to crash through and get a very effective handball to Bingham. Slow handball to Hilton. Tui was able to sweat him off. Here's McPherson, and they should set something up here. Footscray. Coleman, he's got Atkins outside of him. Saw him in the long run. Very poor kick, but it should sit for Atkins. He should go over the top to Koliniuk. Koliniuk's got a paddock in front of him if it sits. He's got to take Morris on. Goes very short. Royal, Shanahan. Royal pushed in the back, free kick.
Interesting match, that one, isn't it? Royal and Shanahan. You can see there the difference in size.
It's a mismatch, Don, isn't it?
Well, you'd have to say it, a mismatch on height-wise, but Shanahan's doing very well just the same.
So Royal, a short one to the Delray on a lead. Well played. There was a space. Delray filled it in the end. And Royal able to kick it to him accurately.
That hole again. Vidovic back near the centre square. Maybe he's under instructions not to go down deep into the forward line, but boy, does it help out the defenders if you can. Because there, you can see, leading with confidence, Delray into the hole.
He's kicked 43 goals in 12 matches this season. Twice he's kicked 7 goals in a game and once 6. Drop punt, kicks it very well for a goal. His first, and gee, that's an important kick at this stage. Less than 4 minutes remaining, and Footscray are 3-2. They trail St Kilda 3-5.
Well, he has been a real surprise packet, hasn't he, down at Footscray Delray? He's been used as a shock trooper in the past, coming off the bench, and has done it in the back pocket, in the back line, but really he's had a dream run up in the forward line, as Bruce just mentioned. 43 goals, that was his 44th for the season. And interesting enough, a very good conversion rate. 44 goals, 16 points.
Well, things are have tightened up here at Moorabbin, as Wynd once again wins the tap. WINMAR is causing Wheeler some headaches across half-back. Long kick into the forward line. Good punch away there from Stanfield. McPherson for Footscray. Good smother, Coughlin. Liberatore. On to Frost. Wynd. Poor handball from Wynd, but it fortuitously finds Rowan Smith. Smith drives it forward. Delray once again. Royal onto Baxter. Royal taken high. Ball on the ground now. Burke whips it out. Round the corner goes Burke. He's been good on the wing also. McPherson goes to ground. But fortunately, flicks the ball over the boundary line.
Well done by McPherson.
Nicky WINMAR, an excellent first quarter with 8 long kicks and 1 handball. It's been excellent.
Vidovic and Coleman. Liberatore run into the ground, must get a free kick. Oh no, ball up.
Certainly puts himself over the ball, a little fellow, doesn't he?
He's been very good, Don. No question about that. Brownlow medalist of a couple of seasons ago. Coleman wins the tap. Greg running against it. Has Morris there if he likes. Liberatore gets into his back, no free kick. And then on top of the stacks on the middle, as I'd say in the old days, as Craven gets over the top with Mansfield. So Libba's on the bottom again. He and Craven, 2 of the smallest players in the AFL. Coleman, Crediok taps it forward. Burke, who's had a lot of possessions, to Morris, to Burke again. 10 possessions for Burke. Quick kick in towards the centre. McAdam in the box seat. Ducked his head. Exactly. WINMAR, who's had 8 and 1 so far. Handball away. Here's Craven. Had a bit more time than that in the end. Quick kick away. McPherson's done a very good job. Didn't take the mark. Frost, good handball really, because he didn't have much space and he was able to get it through the hole. Well played. There's a Reynolds. Well played, WINMAR, to hold his feet, and the tackle by Crediok was a little high.
Well, actually, it was smart play because it was Smith coming in. All he did was turn his bottom into Smith, protected himself. But he has stood straight upwards. Well, he probably could have been cleaned up.
Harvey looking for Lockett. He's one out with Campbell again. Over the top. Has to be a free kick. And too strong there, Tony Lockett. Campbell was forced to pull him round the neck and come over the top, giving away the free kick, which will set Lockett up for his 3rd goal for the quarter.
See here the free kick, desperately trying to get a fist to the ball, Campbell, and when he did, he gave away the free kick. And McAdam going off, I suppose that's because he ducked his head. And Bowie coming on.
Tony Lockett to give St Kilda a 9-point buffer going into quarter time.
You don't get a second chance here at St Kilda, do you?
Well, he's on the phone there, receiving, I'm sure, the same message that Don Scott just delivered. But this is a vital kick. St Kilda need to have a buffer at quarter time. Lockett from 20 metres out. No mistake. St Kilda kick ahead a little bit. 29 plays 20.
I still pose a question. I wonder how fit Tony Lockett is. This is a free kick. He's got his goals rather easily. There he is getting that free kick there. Still seems to be breathing very heavily.
Well, he's an asthmatic, Don.
Four, 5, 3, 2. Less than a minute remaining. So Lockett with 3 goals. The big goal scorer, McAdam, has 1. And there's McAdam, who's just come off the phone to Kenny Sheldon. Ken, quick to tell his players, we remember the Craig Devonport incident at the MCG on the Queen's birthday. He raced down to the ground and quickly told him what he thought about an incident. There's Sir Coleman caught. Liberatore again on the bottom. Ferrets it out to Atkins. Improvisation was good there. Krediuk's little kick. Ballantyne held on to. Koliniuk against the tide, unable to take it. WINMAR's played a magnificent opening term to Greg. A poor handball. Pekin was put under pressure. Atkins, an opportunity for Footscray. Perhaps their final opportunity in the first quarter. And he'll get, no, it's going to Frawley. Going to Frawley, and St Kilda get away because Morris has got a paddock and we're inside the last 10 seconds. Morris to Vidovic. Could St Kilda get a late goal? The seconds are ticking away. Vidovic over the top. This is the last chance. Pekin, it's about to go. The siren. It does now. Too late for Lockett. Took the mark, but well, no, surely.
The ball was in flight, Bruce. The ball was in flight.
He hadn't signal time on. In fact, he may not have heard the siren.
Well, Lockett to take it from 40, about 40 metres he'll kick from. Terry Wheeler unhappy.
Yes, there's no doubt that he didn't hear the siren.
Definitely went as the ball was in mid-flight, didn't it? So Lockett to have a shot from about 40 metres. He's already kicked 3. And if he kicks this, then the Saints will be pretty happy with their lot because they're 4-5 to 3-2. They've been safely held for most of the opening term. Terry Wheeler spitting chips as Tony Lockett goes for goal. Drop punt, he's kicked it long, but he has missed. To behind, so Lockett with 3-1, and a quarter time, it's 4-6 to 3-2. Start of the second term at Moorabbin, with the Saints leading by 10 points. Footscray to go to the right, McAdam back on for St Kilda. Harvey the first effective touch out of the centre. A quick kick towards Kickett and Frost. Well played Kickett. Bingham's handball was very slick. Mansfield took it very well. Gave it across to Stanfield. Stanfield's left foot doesn't cover much ground. Koliniuk free kick against Pekin at centre wing.
Koliniuk, State of Origin player 6 or 7 weeks ago. Reserves last week. Atkins round the corner. Craven has a bounce onto the left foot, looking for Dwyer. Dwyer and Baxter. Oh, well done, Dwyer. Use the body well. You must take the front spot when the ball is being kicked into the wind.
Doing well. Dwyer, Mark.
Drop punt. Centre half forward the target. Bingham and Stanfield. McPherson. Atkins well played. Krediuk on the run. Goes for Del Rey on the lead. Pushed away by Frawley. Free kick Del Rey.
Well, too high, the umpire indicating, but boy, he wants to have a look at some of these holding infringements. Frawley was holding Del Rey earlier. Here's the free kick. You see there, just too high. Valiant attempt by Frawley. Del Rey leading out well. As I mentioned earlier, an incredible kick for goal. Terrific conversion rate. 43-16 coming into this game.
Well, he kicks from about 40 metres. Drop punt. Gives it a bit of a hook, but I think it's a goal. It is. 2 to Del Rey. An important goal for Footscray. They're back to 4-2 to 5-7 to stay in touch.
He's got a lot of confidence in his kicking, Del Rey. As soon as it left his boot, he knew it was a goal. Here's the free kick once again. Real hard slogging game here. The conditions not helping. The ground heavy. But the players putting a lot of pressure on the opposition when they haven't got the ball.
Back in the middle, Ruckman go at it. Wine too tall. Gets the ball to the ground. But it was all St Kilda at ground level. Round Footscray go into attack now. Good play by Royal. Disposes of his man Shanahan and sets himself up for a shot at goal. It looks pretty good off the boot. It is. 2 goals in a minute to Footscray. They fight back 5-7 to 5-2.
Well, he likes the goal, Brian Royal, because he had an option. He could have handballed it across. Instead, he decided to do it himself. And bridges a gap. It's only 5 points of difference. Brian Royal resurrected his career in the forward pocket.
Fletcher Bowie warming up. Well played by Liberatore in the centre because he snaffled it off Craven. St Kilda had the numbers there, and with 2 goals in a minute, Footscray right back in this. Burke had a lot of drive from Burke as well as Harvey and Winmar, the Saints, today. Frost and Kickett, and Kickett looking for a whistle there. He must have heard something, and it'll be a throw in with St Kilda about 55 metres away from their goal. Lockett with 3 goals.
Credioc's been moved on to Harvey. A little bit long in the coming. And he picks the ball up now. Gives it to McPherson, who dummies. Down the corridor he goes. Royal once again. Goes through the hands of all players, and Shanahan will be first to it. He's got Morrissey there in support. Morris lets the ball go over the boundary line. He's been given a free kick. A little bit lucky, I thought.
Holding, said the umpire.
Russell Morris, premiership player with Hawthorn. A terrific player here, resurrected his career at Moorabbin.
Coleman was a fly. In fact, 3 Footscray flyers. They didn't stay down. Harvey, what a game he's having. McAdam kept his eye on it all the way. 60 metres from goal. 2 goals today for McAdam. He's had some injury problems in the last fortnight. Lockett and Campbell. Campbell the front spot. Stanfield to Tui. He hasn't really started Footscray. He's been steady, but he's found it hard to maintain a position in the top 18. And in the end, not a bad kick, because there wasn't a lot to aim for. Collingwood was going to be outnumbered, and he got the boundary line burn at Tui. He's played a lot of footy, Tui. He's only 29, and he's played 238 games.
Very rarely misses one. Non-event, the ruck throw in. Craven at the bottom of the pack. He's manhandled by Tony Liberatore. He's the highest tackler in the AFL. 2 giants of the league, Liberatore and Craven. Harvey once again. He's unstoppable at the moment, getting plenty of the football. Dwyer, left foot, poor kick. And dropping back is Stanfield. Now that was a poor kick from Dwyer. He's got to do better with his disposals. Down the middle he goes, looking for Coleman. Coleman with a good mark, gets it off to the left-footed Liberatore. And away go Footscray to Atkins. Good vision, Atkins finds Frost. Frost gets onto his left foot. He could go all the way, but taken too high. He'll come back and shoot at goal.
Fortunately enough, the umpire's got to make him come back. Nicky WINMAR cribbing up on the mark. And umpire Mitchell having no part of it, because that ball was hooked viciously by Frost and went over the boundary line on the full. They've made a change in Kilda. Coughlin off. Hasn't been sighted today, and Fletcher coming on. Here's the free kick. You can see there the stiff arm. Yeah, the straight arm of Nicky WINMAR.
Michael Frost. Poor kick going in for goal.
Well, you wouldn't believe that. He put it to the right earlier. And that time he sliced it.
He does appear to get lost when he gets onto the forward line. He had the opportunity to win the game for Footscray down at Geelong. Missed a goal from 10 yards out. And that, again, was a very poor shot at goal.
Yet to kick a goal in AFL, but it's only his 4th game, so it's early days. Here's Grant from half-back. Up to centre wing. Very close to the boundary line. Pekin and Baxter. And that's out on the full and a little shove as well. So Baxter from centre wing. High drop punt. Gets good distance. Del Rey and Shanahan unable to get there, and Grant takes the mark.
Smith's now on the back line for Footscray. He's picking up Kickett. Dale Kickett. Whereas Frost has got the job on WINMAR. It's usually WINMAR on Frost, but they've got to keep WINMAR quiet. Footscray.
It was Royal a moment ago, not Del Rey. A short kick by Grant found Harvey. He goes in short. Is that 50 metres against Coleman? It is. Morris having a smile. Coleman shouldn't be too happy with that. Coleman's had 4 kicks, 4 handballs, 3 marks, and Morris has had 8 and 7. So Morris with double the possessions. Coleman providing something. Now Lockett in the square. What's happening here? Free kick against Wind, and McAdam, I think, down the ground. Off the ball. I didn't see what happened there at all. And how's this, Don? St Kilda's gone from half-back with a mark to Morris to a shot for goal for McAdam with 2 free kicks.
Unbelievable. I was looking at Morris, looking for the options, but I didn't see what actually went on behind.
Well, he's kicked 2, McAdam, and he's lining up from 35 metres, drop punt, high kick. He might have missed it. He has. So behind. So McAdam are behind, and 5-8 to 5-2. So a let-off for Footscray. And in undisciplined footy there. Frankie Coughlin looking on as Tony Campbell to bring him back in for the Dogs.
There's poor play from Footscray, but once again Campbell drives him into attack. A good kick from full back. Dwyer should have taken it. Fletcher there on the ground. The poor push in the back to McPherson, and he'll take the free kick. Strange to see Fletcher start on the interchange bench as Reynolds drives Footscray into attack. Good kick finds Frost, who has a defensive role on the half-forward line. Long left foot kick looking for Del Rey, but goes over all heads, and Shanahan will receive a free kick.
No, it's a free kick against Royal. He was holding Shanahan.
Goes across the ground looking for Frawley. Frawley chips a kick, keeps it low, under the wind. Burke does it well off the ground.
Free kick. Relayed free kick. It'll be paid down the ground. It was against Del Rey because he pushed Frawley. The umpire interpreted after the ball had left Frawley.
So Burke to take it. 5-8, 5-2, just to kick the difference. St Kilda with 6 more scoring shots. But Footscray has kicked the last 2 goals of the game. Burke short to Grant from centre wing. Wind underneath it. Fly was from Bingham. Well done by McAdam. Hilton, who's had some nice touches. Bingham, left-hand handball. Smith, desperate. Wind left it for Atkins to McPherson, who's played very well. McPherson's short kick. Coleman. Morris was at the back. And was he able to take the mark? Yes. Went for the spoil and then had the opportunity, and Coleman will be disappointed. Morris plays it on. Looked for an option inside. Took a chance. Went with a high one. Vidovic underneath with Stanfield, who held his ground pretty well. Liberatore. Free kick going to Frost. In fact, he might have hurt himself. Advantage paid. Baxter goes short. Crediuk. Drop punt. Del Rey. Takes a while to get there, but he holds it. Free kick against Frawley. Baxter short, and he's probably too far out. You think he'll kick it, Gerard?
Well, I think he would. He'd have to kick it 55+ metres. He's got the protection of the stand, but he is a long kick of the football.
Well, it'll take a good one, and maybe he's up to it. He's kicked 2 goals, Del Rey. Don's already spoken about his accuracy throughout the season, and it'll take a terrific kick. Well, what's he going to do? He's going to take Frawley on. Well, that's confidence. Will he kick a Tony Hall goal? No, he won't. He kicks it out of bounds on the fall.
Kick a Don Scott shot at goal.
Well, I think the fans would like it here in the members, but Del Rey obviously didn't fancy himself from that distance.
The remarkable thing about that, Bruce, is the speed that he showed for a big man to get around Frawley. It was very well done. Playing with a lot of confidence, Del Rey.
Here's WINMAR to bang it back in for the Saints.
Best on the ground at the moment, WINMAR along with Harvey. Punch back from Wind doesn't give Footscray any advantage. That does, however, as he gets it to Atkins. Atkins on to Baxter. Baxter left foot. Morris at the back. Oh, should have taken that. Gives it to his man in Coleman, who makes him pay with a goal.
Well, he snapped that from nowhere, Glenn Coleman. Very scrappy game at the moment, and he's picked that up. Coleman, midway between centre-half forward and full forward. Put it up high, hoping the ball would go through, and it did just do that. There he is. Mistake by Morris. And Coleman's kicked the 6th goal for Footscray.
Scores a level here at Moorabbin. A terrific game so far. Let's hope it continues into the second half. Bounce down once again. Vidovic uses his body well, and through crashes Glenn Coleman. Perhaps his confidence has been boosted by that last goal.
Footscray's kicked the last 3 goals of the game. Burke sweeps it to Pekin, to Fletcher, to Morris. Stopped, propped, did it again inside to Pekin, outside to Harvey. Harvey to Lockett. Oh, Campbell went with him, no free kick. To the boundary line goes Reynolds and finds it. Scores level. Big Tony with his 3 goals today. That was his score in the opening match against Footscray this season at the Western Oval, where he kicked 3. And last week held scoreless for the first time in 4 years. Here's McAdam for his 3rd goal. High left foot. Wynn holds it up, coming back. Oh, well played, Campbell. It was a terrific mark. Did it very well. He's a skillful player. He's kicked towards Reynolds, who takes a good mark at half-back for Footscray. They're doing well, the Dogs. Reynolds kick out to Stanfield. They've got some run now, Footscray. Suddenly the pendulum has swung in their favour, I'd feel. Ballantyne underneath it, no free kick. Royal went to ground. Shanahan got into his back. It was an awkward bit of play by Shanahan, and Royal takes it. Play on called. Del Rey, 1 out. Not a good kick by Royal. Touched off the boot. Del Rey didn't give the first handball. Of course he should have. It was selfish, really, wasn't it?
My word, it was.
And now WINMAR gets away with it, and Danny Del Rey should hang his head in shame this time as WINMAR at centre wing. Runs too far. Free kick against you, Nicky.
Called travelling in basketball terms, isn't it?
Gee, Gerard, you wouldn't have been happy if you were running past Del Rey and he wouldn't give you that handball. Greg Williams would have given off in a hurry, wouldn't he?
Would have been through the goals by now. It was a terrible decision from Del Rey, but good play by Atkins to put WINMAR in 2 minds, making him run the extra distance. Burke should have. Well, that's the second mark St Kilda have dropped in the same spot. The first one by Morris and that one by Burke. So the pressure just telling on the players a little now. We saw a couple of mistakes in the State of Origin game that were crucial in the last quarter. Ballantyne gets taken to the ground. Vital time of this game. Throw up deep in Footscray's forward line. Coleman gets the ball to ground. Through comes Royal. Royal gets it out, but to really no one. Baxter on the ground. Smothered by Nathan Burke. And another ball up. 45 metres out from Footscray's goal. Royal and Vidovic once again. Well,
doing well, Coleman, actually.
Is there a free kick in it, though, Don?
Yes, there is.
Was it there, though?
It was.
Well, this is the easiest free kick Glenn Coleman's ever got.
You can see there, the hand on the shoulder initially.
Well, that is the most technical free kick, Don, for a man that likes the game to go on. I'm surprised at that one. Glenn Coleman for his 2nd goal for the term. 45 metres out. Shouldn't be a problem. But accuracy is fairly ordinary from Glenn on that occasion, and are behind the result. Gives Footscray the lead, however. 39 plays 38.
Playing the huddle, St Kilda. Not too many options for Morris. He's gone short.
Finds Shanahan. He's got Morris again. Not a good handball. Harvey. That's clever. Good kick to Vidovic. At half-back. Stanfield to come in late. Oh, terrific mark, Grant.
Confidence builder.
Fletcher. Liberatore committing himself. Now Grant. Lockett wants it long. Grant provides it. Good kick to the goal square. 3 Footscray players back. Kick it. Ridden into the ground by Reynolds, holding the footy. Gee, it was a fierce tackle. Well played, Reynolds. Goes short. Footscray to Smith. Now, Mansfield's over the back. If he can kick it long enough, he'll get it over Burke. Oh, that's a terrific kick. And Mansfield takes the mark. Koliniuk runs for him outside. Mansfield to come back. Footscray are doing well. Ballantyne provides the lead at centre-half forward and again takes a good mark. His 3rd specky for the day. Now Del Rey in the goal square. Can Ballantyne get it that far? He chips it. Not a good kick. Morris should take it comfortably. He does. So a wrong option there. And Morris from the full-pack line to bring it back in. So A point the difference at Moorabbin. Footscray lead 39-38.
It's an exciting game here. Just short of time on in the second quarter. Fletcher has the ball punched away by Collingham. Atkins does it well, gets the ball. Well, he looked for Baxter, but Liberatore chips in. He's dragged off the ball by Craven. And the little champion will take the ball 55 metres out from goal. Footscray should set something up here. There's plenty of loose men for St Kilda dropping into the hole. Del Rey taken over the shoulder and should get the free kick. Poor play there from Frawley as Kickett comes off the ground to be replaced by Brett Bowie.
You see there, holding on by Frawley, had him with a up left arm.
Danny Del Rey from Williamstown, played in the VFA. He's been a terrific player up forward for Footscray this year. Footscray need this goal. A poor kick, it had bent back at the last minute. It's got through.
Well, it didn't look a good kick off the boot from Del Rey. That's his third goal. But nonetheless, it just swung back. And here's the first decision. Liberatore's free kick, and from this he spots Del Rey, and you can see there Frawley hanging on, dragging Del Rey down with the right arm. He does hold on a lot, Frawley. And kick it off the ground too.
7-3-5-8. Footscray's kicked the last 4 goals. Coleman off for Footscray, and Crofts come on. Atkins out of the centre. Dwyer's handball. Harvey another kick to the space this time. In pursuit is McPherson, with Shanahan, Greg behind him, and Craven running McPherson.
Interesting, Nicky WINMAR, starter half-back's gone half forward, and you wouldn't believe who his opponent is, Smith. Now, he took Smith apart on the half-back line when Smith was half forward. Now Smith half-back, WINMAR half forward. Can the tables be reversed?
Atkins free kick. I guess the one thing that's happened, Don, is that at least Smith's got some confidence in the last 15 minutes. He had a couple of good touches across half-back. Atkins kick, Del Rey on a long lead in front. Frawley at the back. Ballantyne. Croft. Credial. Oh, gee, they've given it away, Footscray. Back to Reynolds, who falls over. Well played by Bowie.
Oh, well done.
Reynolds to get it back. Goes to ground. And Bowie with him. But it was indecisive footy in the first place by Footscray because they had players around the ball and they were unable to set it up. So we're 3 3/4 minutes away from half-time, and if Footscray get another goal, they're going to go in with a decided advantage. Atkins and McAdam, and it'll be, not McAdam, it'll be a ball up. There's Atkins picking himself up, and Craven with him.
Well, Atkins has had a huge quarter. He's racked up 19 possessions so far. He's been instrumental in Footscray getting into the lead. Frost round the corner on his non-preferred foot. The free kick goes to Shanahan, interfered with by Royal. Well, Royal hasn't dominated that duel as I thought he may. Obviously, Sheldon knows that Shanahan has got good pace. Well, when is this man going to stop getting possession? Excellent play from Harvey onto Dwyer, and now Fletcher. Fletcher with the left foot. The front of the pack was that man there in Bingham. Now it's McAdam. McAdam looking for Lockett. Over the back is Morris.
A free kick is against Campbell, and it should go Lockett's way.
Well, it was a great attempt at mark by Morris. It did go to ground, but obviously Campbell had infringed.
And you see there, look at the holding on. Look, you see that. Look at Campbell really holding on to that left arm and restricting Lockett. He's got to get in front. Tony Campbell. Then again, Lockett can play either front or behind, so he is a difficult opponent.
But I mean, he is just conceding a goal if he does grapple with Lockett in that fashion. So he's got to come up with another play, Campbell. Lockett comes in for his 4th goal. No mistake. So with just under 2 minutes of play, St Kilda strike back. They trail 44-45.
Interesting enough, watch the man coming into screen. This is Morris. Now, Morris is playing at centre-half back. Nearly takes the mark. And that's good running by Lawrence. Because what he did was make his man Mansfield come down with him, but then again, Croft's got that job.
Thriller here at Moorabbin with a minute 50 remaining, a point the difference. Wine won the tap. Fletcher couldn't snare it. Craven went out in a hurry. Now Mansfield, quick left foot, gets a bit of distance. Ballantyne pushed underneath it, holds his ground, free kick. Being manhandled all the way, wasn't he?
Well, you've got to get in front, Bruce, and what a lot of these players are doing is prepared to put their bodies in front. And the other beautiful thing about it is the umpires are rewarding them.
Well, he should go for goal, Dom, because he has the breeze behind him.
So you're too high again by Grant. Just got to get in front. That's an old adage in football.
Well, Bernie Quinlan's told me more than once that this is the longest kick at Footscray, this man, Ballantyne. Apparently he's a thumping kick. Drop pump, but he didn't kick that too well. You can have one off, but oh, gee, Frost should have taken the mark. Frawley, Frost, Morris. Croft comes in strongly, and it'll be a throw-in in the pocket. So St Kilda holding it up with 50 seconds remaining until half-time. The Saints have had 182 possessions to 147, so they've had a lot more of the footy. Harvey, that was well done, Liberatore. Frost to kick a goal, no. Out on the full.
Has he kicked a goal this season, Frost?
No, he hasn't kicked a goal now. Is Harvey all right? Let's hope he is.
He's all right.
He's been magnificent today, and what an important player he is for St Kilda as they look towards September. They've got to get over a couple of hard matches between now and then. Here's Frawley, 26 seconds remaining. Wine at the back, never got into the action there, and Fletcher takes the mark. So you'd think that at half-time the score will remain the same because we're down to 15 seconds. Oh, bad option. Harvey caught. Still Harvey, or bad tackling there by Footscray to let Harvey get away. WINMAR. Short kick, well, here's a chance. Will Shanahan get there in time? No, the siren's going to go. Shanahan will take it down, but here it goes now. Half-time at Moorabbin, and Footscray lead by a point at 7-3 to 6-8. So the Saints kicked 2-2 in that term, and Footscray added 4 goals won. And your brief thoughts, Gerard, as the players go off the ground?
Well, I thought Footscray did well as Atkins came into the game there in the centre. St Kilda looked to be a little bit strong up forward, but they've dominated across the centre square area, and we really have got a battle on our hands, I think, Don, in this second half.
Well, it's not an attractive game of football because players are putting themselves in. When they haven't got the ball, they're harassing their opponents. The ground's not conducive to good flow on football, so it's a real struggle here at Moorabbin.
On that note, we take a break. Now back with more after this.